How to fix Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered Day 3 crash. Welcome back to Tenebalta. During our recent investigations into Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, we encountered a severe instability issue where the game consistently crashes during the transition to the Day 3 mission. Our diagnostic teams analyzed the crash dumps and discovered that the game engine struggles with memory allocation when rendering specific lighting and shader transition sequences. We have meticulously tested and compiled a definitive list of 16 guaranteed solutions to resolve this fatal error and get you back into the campaign. Tenebalta's analysis revealed that the game engine mismanages video memory when storing environmental shadows. Disabling the Sun Shadow Cache option in the graphics menu immediately prevents the engine from overloading your graphics hardware during the Day 3 transition. Navigating to the advanced video settings and toggling this specific shadow feature off is the primary fix we confirmed in our labs. Similarly, our testing showed that spot shadow caching introduces unnecessary computational overhead during intense level loads. You must navigate back into the advanced graphics menu and completely disable the spot shadow cache parameter. This action frees up crucial memory bandwidth, allowing the Day 3 level to load without triggering an executable crash. We discovered that the Shader Preload sequence often hangs when processing the complex assets required for this specific campaign mission. By turning off the Shader Preload setting within the video options, you force the game to compile shaders dynamically during gameplay rather than overwhelming the memory buffer up front. This bypasses the loading screen freeze that directly precedes the desktop crash. Even on high-end hardware, our diagnostics indicate that pushing texture resolutions to the maximum can trigger a massive memory leak during cinematic transitions. We strongly recommend lowering the overall texture resolution to normal or high just for the duration of this specific mission. Once the Day 3 level successfully initializes and saves your checkpoint, you can safely revert to your preferred visual fidelity. Sometimes corrupted user preferences lock the game into a crash loop that standard in-game settings changes cannot resolve. Our technical team advises navigating to your game installation directory and deleting the configuration file located inside the player's 2 folder. Upon your next launch, the executable will generate a pristine configuration file, clearing out any conflicting legacy parameters. During our deep dive, we verified that corrupted or missing transition assets frequently cause immediate desktop crashes. You need to open your Steam client, access the properties of Modern Warfare Remastered, and initiate a file integrity verification scan. This protocol forces the platform to redownload any compromised engine files that are failing during the level load. We tested this fix and confirmed that outdated graphics drivers heavily struggle to interpret the game's DirectX calls during heavy cinematic sequences. We advise downloading the latest drivers from NVIDIA or AMD and utilizing the custom installation option to perform a clean install. Wiping the previous driver registry entries ensures maximum compatibility and stability for the game engine. Windows operating systems attempt to manage the presentation of full-screen games, which our tests show can conflict with Modern Warfare Remastered's native rendering. Right-click the game executable, navigate to the Compatibility tab, and check the box to disable full-screen optimizations. This grants the game exclusive control over the display adapter, significantly reducing sudden transition crashes. Tenebalta's monitoring tools highlighted that background operating system tasks occasionally steal CPU cycles from the game during loading screens. Press the Control, Shift, and Escape keys to open the Task Manager. Find the game process under the Details tab and set its priority to high. This guarantees the engine receives the processing power required to finalize the Day 3 level generation without timing out. When the physical video memory and system memory hit their absolute limits, A small system page file will cause a definitive crash to desktop. We strongly recommend accessing your advanced system settings and manually increasing the virtual memory paging file size to at least 16 gigabytes. This provides an essential safety net for the memory spikes that occur during the campaign transition. Our lab testing isolated application overlays as a massive source of rendering conflicts in older Call of Duty titles. You must go into the settings of Steam, Discord, and any other background utilities to completely disable their in-game graphical overlays. Removing these injection hooks prevents third-party software from destabilizing the game client during vulnerable loading phases. The native Windows Xbox game bar is another highly intrusive overlay that intercepts frame buffers and causes critical engine faults. Navigate to your Windows settings, enter the gaming section, and explicitly turn off the game bar functionality entirely. This action isolates the game environment and removes a very common trigger for transition-based crashes. We found that exclusive fullscreen can sometimes handle resolution scaling poorly when jumping from pre-rendered cutscenes to active gameplay rendering. Switching your display mode to borderless windowed within the graphics menu allows the desktop window manager to stabilize the frame buffer. This seamless transition method bypasses the display handshake errors, causing the Day 3 mission crash. Corrupted DirectX runtime libraries are a fundamental cause of missing texture calls and subsequent hard crashes during asset loading. You should navigate to the official Microsoft Download Center, acquire the DirectX end-user runtime web installer, and execute it to patch any missing framework files. Restoring these core system libraries ensures the game engine can communicate flawlessly with your graphics hardware. Modern Warfare Remastered relies heavily on specific Visual C++ runtime environments to execute its core engine logic properly. Our team recommends navigating to the Windows control panel and running the repair function on all installed Visual C++ redistributable packages. Repairing these runtime packages fixes the underlying background execution errors that trigger during intensive level loads. As a final diagnostic step, we confirmed that third-party background services frequently cause silent memory access violations. Type msconfig into your Windows search bar, navigate to the Services tab, hide all Microsoft services, and disable the remaining third-party applications before restarting. Launching the game in this clean boot state eliminates all external software interference, guaranteeing a stable Day 3 loading sequence. Don't forget to follow Tenabalta for more.